Attention passionate New York Giants fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on New York Giants' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true New York Giants fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and New York Giants fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. If you've been following the NFL rumors swirling around, you know that the Giants are at the center of some serious speculation right now. And I mean, it's all about bolstering that defense, particularly in the linebacker position. Rumors coming from reputable sources like Rossini suggest that the Baltimore Ravens might be open to trading Roquan Smith, and if that happens, it could be a game-changer for the Giants' defense. Imagine that, a player like Smith in blue and red, leading that linebacker core, transforming the way the Giants defend against the run and cover the pass. Now, let's talk a little about what this trade could mean, according to NFL.com and other insiders. The Ravens are potentially looking to send Roquan Smith to the Giants in exchange for a first-round pick in the 2026 draft. Why would the Ravens do that? Well, for starters, it's all about cap space. They're reportedly freeing up around $16 million in cap space, which they could then redirect toward bolstering their offensive line with some younger players. The Ravens, sitting at 5-5, are in a bit of a crossroads. Their defense has been giving up an average of 25.1 points per game, which isn't exactly what you want from a team trying to contend. Trading Smith could help them reset and focus on the future, especially since they're also looking at extending other key players after their 2-2 start. But for the Giants, adding Roquan Smith isn't just about filling a spot. It's about adding a true difference maker to their defense. Remember, this is a guy who's known as the rock star for his sideline-to-sideline speed and his ability to make plays all over the field. He's a tackling machine, leading the Ravens in total tackles this season, with 158 in 2023 alone. He's also got 20 sacks and 10 interceptions over his career so far, making him a versatile threat that can impact both the run and pass game. His PFF grade is consistently high, 89.2 overall, and his 2024 grade is at 92.1, which is elite for a linebacker. If we look at his recent stats, in just 10 games in 2025, he's accumulated 85 tackles with 2 sacks and a PFF run defense grade of 86.5, placing him among the top linebackers in the league. He's also good in coverage with an 82.3 grade, and he's proven to be a game-changer in terms of EPA allowed per play, sitting at a very impressive 16. That's the kind of consistency and impact the Giants desperately need on their defense. The reasoning behind the potential trade makes a lot of sense from the Ravens' perspective. They're sitting on about $20 million in cap space but are struggling to contain the pass, giving up 220 passing yards per game. They're also looking at extending key players after their start, and with the season still in motion, they might see trading Smith as a way to get future assets while addressing their secondary issues. Plus, losing their defensive leader would be tough, but the picks they'd get could be used to upgrade other positions, particularly on offense. For the Giants, bringing in Roquan Smith would be like adding a cornerstone. His presence would significantly boost their run-stopping ability, which has been a weak spot this season. Currently, the Giants allow about 145 rushing yards per game, and with Smith, that could drop to under 120. His addition would also raise their overall defensive efficiency, potentially pushing their points allowed per game from 28.4 down into the top 15 range of the league. And let's not forget how his presence could elevate the entire linebacker group, making them more aggressive and disciplined in the run game and coverage. When you compare Smith to someone like Okrek, the difference is clear. Smith averages about 2 more tackles per game, with a stop rate of 80% versus Okrek's 68%. Plus, Smith contributes around 10 pass deflections, helping to minimize big plays and generate turnovers, an essential factor in close games. If the Giants can land him, it could translate into a 20% increase in their win probability, similar to how Wagner's role in Seattle boosted their defense and overall team confidence. Now, looking at the bigger picture, the trade could have implications beyond just the Giants and Ravens. The overall playoff odds would shift dramatically, with the Giants boosting their chances significantly. Bookmakers have already adjusted, with the Giants' Super Bowl odds improving from +50 0 to plus 22, 0 if they pull off the trade. That's a huge boost and could make them even more dangerous as they push toward the postseason. Smith's ability to perform against mobile quarterbacks would be a key factor, especially with teams like the Eagles or Cowboys in the NFC East, where mobility can be a game changer. In terms of team impact, if the Giants were to acquire Smith, it would be a clear message that they're all in on contending this season. His leadership and playmaking ability could elevate the entire defense, making them a more formidable unit in the second half of the season. As the Giants look to solidify their place in the playoff picture, adding a player like SCHOEN Smith would be a statement move, signaling that they're not just competing but aiming to dominate. Of course, this trade isn't just about one player. It's about the strategic shift the Giants could make, investing in their defense, building resilience, and creating a more balanced team. With the offense already showing sparks of potential led by Daniel Jones, Saquon Barkley, and a developing receiving core, the defense's improvement could be the final piece needed to unlock that championship-level potential. And what about the Giants' current linebacker core? They've been relying on players like T. Crowder and Micah McFadden, who have shown flashes but lack the consistency and star power of SCHOEN Smith. Bringing in Smith would not only elevate their run defense but also improve coverage schemes, giving defensive coordinator Wink Martindale more flexibility and confidence to dial up pressure and creative blitzes. That kind of versatility is what separates good defenses from great ones, and Smith's addition could be that game changer. Looking ahead, the Giants also need to consider their cap situation and the future. But if the price is right, like a first-round pick in 2026, it could be a move worth making, especially since Smith is only 26 years old, meaning he's entering his prime. His presence on the field would be felt immediately, and he could be a key piece for years to come, helping to establish a new standard for Giants' defenses. In summary, the potential trade of SCHOEN Smith from the Ravens to the Giants isn't just a rumor. It's a strategic move that could rewrite the narrative of this season for Big Blue. It's about adding a player who can change games, lift the entire defense, and give the Giants a real shot at making a deep playoff run. The NFC East is already a dogfight, but with Smith in the fold, the Giants could become a serious contender, pushing their rivals to the brink and setting themselves up for sustained success. Now, I want to hear what you, the passionate Giants fans, think about this. Would you be excited if GM Joe SCHOEN pulled the trigger on a trade like this? Do you believe SCHOEN Smith could be the missing piece to finally get the Giants back into the Super Bowl conversation? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion really matters to us and to the future of the Giants. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates on this story and everything else happening around the team. Stay tuned, stay loud, and let's keep the blue and red pride alive.